If you are under 30, you need to understand one brutal truth about money. Time is either working for you or against you. Right now, time is on your side, but it won't stay that way forever. Most people don't realize this until it's too late. They think they'll figure it out later, but later always comes with more responsibilities, more pressure, and less flexibility. What you do with money in your 20s decides whether your 30s feel powerful or stressful. The first money move you must make before 30 is mastering the habit of paying yourself first. This is not a motivational quote, it is a system. The moment money hits your account, a portion of it should immediately go towards savings or investments. Not after shopping, not after bills, not after fun. First, people who fail financially save what's left. People who succeed financially decide what stays. That difference sounds small, but over years, it changes everything. Paying yourself first forces discipline without constant effort. You stop asking, "Can I save this month?" and start asking, "Can I survive on what's left?" That single mindset shift builds control. Even if you start with a small percentage, consistency matters more than size. Money saved early has more time to grow, and time is more powerful than income. Someone who saves a little from age 22 can outperform someone who saves a lot starting at 35. Automation is key here. If you rely on motivation, you will fail. Motivation disappears when life gets busy. Systems work even when you're tired, distracted, or emotional. Set up automatic transfers to a separate account. Treat that money like it doesn't exist. This is how responsible adults think. They don't negotiate with their future. The second critical money move is building a solid emergency fund. This step is boring, and that's exactly why most people skip it. They want fast returns, exciting investments, and quick wins. But real life doesn't care about excitement. Emergencies don't send warnings. Your job can disappear, your phone can break, medical expenses can show up, or family responsibilities can suddenly land on your shoulders. Without emergency savings, every unexpected event becomes a disaster. An emergency fund is not investment money. It is protection money. It should be safe, accessible, and separate from your daily spending. Ideally, it should cover at least 3 to 6 months of basic living expenses. Not luxury, not entertainment, just survival. Rent, food, transportation, utilities. This fund buys you peace of mind, and peace of mind improves decision-making. When you have emergency savings, you stop making fear-based choices. You don't stay in toxic environments because you're desperate. You don't take bad deals just to survive. You gain breathing room. That breathing room gives you confidence, and confidence changes how you show up in life. Financial stability isn't about being rich, it's about not being fragile. The third money move before 30 is understanding debt and eliminating bad debt aggressively. Debt doesn't just cost money, it costs freedom. High-interest debt like credit cards, consumer loans, and unnecessary EMIs quietly steal your future income. Every month, a portion of your earnings is already promised to your past. That limits your ability to invest, grow, and take smart risks. Clearing bad debt early is one of the smartest financial decisions you can make. It may require sacrificing comfort today to gain freedom tomorrow. Living slightly below your means. Delaying upgrades. Saying no when others say yes. But these short-term sacrifices create long-term power. Wealth is built by people who delay gratification, not by people who chase appearances. Many people confuse looking successful with being successful. They buy things to match an image, not their reality. Real wealth starts quietly. It grows in the background through boring, disciplined decisions. Before 30, your goal is not to impress, it's to prepare. Every debt you remove is pressure off your future. Every smart decision compounds over time. If you get these foundations right early, everything else becomes easier. Income growth, investing, and freedom all depend on this base. Without it, even high income collapses. With it, even average income can create extraordinary results. If you have built a basic financial foundation, the next phase before 30 is all about growth, not just safety. Many people stop after saving and debt control and think they are done, but that only keeps you stable, not wealthy. Stability protects you. Growth changes your life. The difference between average and exceptional financial outcomes is not luck. It is intention combined with action over time. This is where most people hesitate, and hesitation is expensive. One of the most important money moves in this phase is investing as early as possible. Not gambling, not chasing hype, but investing with a long-term mindset. Investing means putting your money into assets that have the potential to grow and generate value over time. Stocks, index funds, mutual funds, businesses, and even yourself can be investments if done correctly. The key is understanding that investing is not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. People wait for the perfect moment to invest, and that moment rarely comes. Markets move, economies change, and uncertainty never disappears. If you wait for clarity, you will wait forever. Starting early allows you to make mistakes while the consequences are small. It allows you to learn, adjust, and improve. Experience is the best teacher, but only if you participate. Money sitting idle slowly loses value, especially with inflation eating away at purchasing power. Another powerful money move before 30 is investing in skills that increase your income potential. Saving and investing are important, but income is the engine. You can only save so much, but you can grow your income dramatically if you become more valuable. Your 20s are the best time to do this because your responsibilities are usually lower and your learning ability is high. Skills compound just like money. Focus on skills that solve problems and create results. Communication, sales, marketing, coding, design, data analysis, leadership, and critical thinking are all examples of high-leverage skills. These skills don't just help you earn more, they give you control. Control over your career, control over opportunities, and control over how you trade your time for money. The more valuable you become, the more options you create. At the same time, be careful of lifestyle inflation. This is one of the most common traps people fall into when their income starts to increase. The moment they earn more, they upgrade everything. Better phone, better car, better clothes, more subscriptions, more expenses. On the surface, it looks like progress, but in reality, it keeps them stuck. If your expenses rise at the same speed as your income, you are running in place. Smart people use income increases strategically. When they earn more, they increase their savings and investments first, then improve their lifestyle slowly and intentionally. This creates a gap between what you earn and what you spend, and that gap is where wealth grows. You don't need to look rich to become rich. In fact, most truly wealthy people live far below what they could afford, especially in the early stages. Another essential money move is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. Assets put money in your pocket or grow in value over time. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. Many things that people think are assets are actually liabilities. A car that depreciates, expensive gadgets, and luxury items might feel good, but they don't build wealth. Before 30, your focus should be on acquiring assets, not upgrading liabilities. This doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. It means you are intentional. You spend consciously instead of emotionally. You understand that every dollar has a choice: consume now or compound later. When you consistently choose compounding, your future becomes lighter. You create momentum, and momentum is powerful. Small wins start stacking and confidence grows. Before 30, mistakes are lessons, not life sentences. The goal is not perfection, it's progress. Learn how investing works, increase your skills, protect yourself from lifestyle creep, and focus on building assets. These moves turn stability into growth and growth into freedom. The earlier you start, the easier everything becomes later. The final money move you must master before 30 is learning how to think long-term while acting daily. Most people live financially on autopilot. They earn, they spend, they repeat, and they hope things somehow work out. Hope is not a strategy. Without direction, even good income disappears. Wealth is not built from big one-time decisions, it is built from small choices repeated consistently over years. You need clarity about what money actually means to you. Not what social media says, not what your friends chase, but what you value. For some people, money means freedom of time. For others, it means security for family, or the ability to travel, or the power to choose meaningful work. When you define your version of financial success, your decisions become easier. You stop comparing your journey to others and start building your own. Goal setting is a critical part of this process. You should have short-term, mid-term, and long-term financial goals. Short-term goals keep you disciplined, mid-term goals keep you motivated, and long-term goals give you direction. These goals don't need to be perfect, they need to be clear. As life changes, your goals can change too. What matters is that you are intentional instead of drifting. Tracking your money is another powerful habit most people avoid. They say they don't want to feel restricted, but in reality, tracking creates freedom. You can't control what you don't measure. When you know where your money is going, you can correct mistakes early. Small leaks, when ignored, sink ships. Awareness turns unconscious spending into conscious choice. One of the biggest advantages of building good money habits before 30 is flexibility. You can afford to experiment. You can try different career paths, side hustles, or business ideas. If something fails, you recover faster. This is why discipline early creates freedom later. People think discipline is limiting, but it actually expands your options. When your finances are under control, you can take smarter risks. Another important money move is choosing patience over pressure. Society pushes timelines that don't fit everyone. Buy a house early, own a luxury car, hit certain milestones by a certain age. These pressures force people into bad financial decisions. There is no prize for rushing. Wealth is not a race, it is a process. The only real competition is with your past self. You will make mistakes, and that is guaranteed. Bad investments, missed opportunities, emotional spending. The difference between people who succeed financially and those who don't is not mistakes, it's correction speed. Learn fast, adjust quickly, and keep moving. Your 20s are forgiving, your 40s are not. Use this time to build habits, not regrets. Another powerful shift before 30 is understanding that money is a tool, not a goal. Money is meant to support your life, not control it. When you chase money without purpose, you burn out. When you use money intentionally, it amplifies what you already value. This mindset keeps you grounded even as your income grows. Finally, surround yourself with people who respect growth and discipline. Your environment influences your financial behavior more than you realize. If everyone around you normalizes debt, overspending, and complaining, it becomes easy to do the same. Seek conversations about building, learning, and improving. You don't need to cut people off, but you do need to protect your mindset. Before 30, your mission is simple but not easy. Build habits that future you will thank you for. Save early, invest wisely, increase your value, control your lifestyle, and think long-term. These moves won't make you rich overnight, but they will make you unstoppable over time. Financial freedom is not about how much you earn, it's about how well you manage, grow, and protect what you have. Start now, stay consistent, and let time do the heavy lifting.